So here is Sugar. See, someone bought me Sugar. Well, bought me. They adopted Sugar for my birthday, February 5th of 2015. And they said, here, take care of this animal. You wanted a dog, here's this dog. And she's been through so much evolution. And she was part of the system. She came from the Humane Society, where they had to do surgeries on her to get rid of excess tumors, to get rid of a bunch of stuff. She had the rabies shot, but I did not get her the second one. And so through the JJ process, I did give her jelly juice in her food supply in the beginning. And I didn't feed her like the meat and the milk. Or I fed her meat, but I didn't feed her milk. I didn't feed her any of that stuff. So, she was dealing with predispositions and skin issues and obesity and all the different things that were the viruses that came to surface that were morphing her. She had to deal with all of that. And finally, even her scar tissue on her belly has almost disappeared. There's different parts of her body that are releasing any excess anomalous viral programming. And so her body is releasing it slowly through her vagina. She coughs stuff out. But look, she has been given the hot dogs. Yes, high sodium diet, nitrates with minerals, with fatty acid, amino acid, prohormones, and minerals. She is a microbiome of viruses, parasites, protozoa, proteins, fungus, and bacteria. She is subject to the conditions of the environment. She used to be chewing on tennis balls all the time. She used to go into the garbage when she was younger. When I first got her, she'd go into the garbage. She would rip up all of her bedding all the time. And look, she's not an entertainment piece. How many of you have animals that have you either put down because of predispositions that you don't want to deal with? How many of you never had an animal because you know you couldn't take care of it? How many of you have let animals die because you withheld food from it? You withheld nutrients from your animal because you were told by the medical holistic system to withhold food from your animal because you don't want to feel it evolve. You just looked at your animal as an evolution piece, as an entertainment piece. So when people have pets that they're willing to go and put down or destroy through the medical system or the holistic system, they're looking for an entertainment piece. They're looking for a court jester. They're not looking at the animal as its own sentient being that needs to evolve. They look at their animal as not only disposable, but just something to play with, to entertain them. And when they're not fun anymore, they give them away. They give them back. They give them back to wherever. They give them away. And so my animal is part of my life. My animal is everything. I feed her all food in the food supply. She is a sentient being that I respect. I love her, yes, but I respect her way more than I love her because I will not love her to death. Those that claim that, you can't let your animals suffer, and so you have to then destroy it at the micro level, that's loving your animal to death because you don't realize that love is a manipulation. You don't realize that your animal needs to go through shit so they can evolve and adapt to their environment. But the reason why people die and why animals die is because the human and the animal have starved themselves from all nutrition. They have demonized all food in the food supply. And then no different with the JJ mentality, you don't demonize food, but you don't demonize food with animals. Okay? I don't give my animals, or my animal raisins. I don't give my animal chicken bones. I don't give my animal T-bones with sharp, cooked bones to splinter in her stomach. But people do. People don't give a fuck. People lose their animals all the time. You know how many times I've seen someone say, my animal got out. If somebody look out for my animal, they're out there down the street. They got out. I let them out to go bathroom and then they go. When my animal comes, when I let my dog out, she doesn't run away further than she knows where her boundaries are. She comes back from the edge of the yard. I don't have a full fence line around my yard. So when I let her out to go to the restroom, she does her thing. She does her little circuit where she goes around the truck or goes around the yard, and she comes right back. You know why? Because she knows it's safe here. She knows where her bread is buttered on. Many people have animals that run away from them because they're not being treated correctly. They're being starved. They're being abused because animal needs to evolve or needs to do. Maybe the animal pees because they have bladder issues, and then the person goes and rubs their nose in the animal's nose in the carpet because they think the animal is being mean. No, the animal may have some issues that you're not willing to deal with. You know how many times my dog has seizures because of this environment and I keep feeding the seizures with food and she's peed the bed, but do I go and rub her nose in the pee? Fuck no. That's what an abusive owner does, because the owner wants to have absolute control, wants to have a perfect animal that does everything to its expectation. And if anything that comes out of the expectation that's not what they expect, they go and abuse their animal. But you know what I do? I say, okay, it's fine, sugar. You got it. If you have a seizure, that's fine. You pee the bed, fine. That's fine. Sometimes she peed on the floor because she can't get to the bathroom fast enough. I don't rub her nose in it. She knows it's not great, but sometimes she can't help it because she's going through an evolution. But you know what owners do out there? They go and hit their animal for doing that. You know what owners do out there? They go and withhold food from their animals. You know what owners do out there? They go and abuse their animals. And look, my dog is still alive. How many of you out there that are critics of me have gone through countless pets, countless cats, countless dogs, countless, bunny rabbits? I was in a house one time that I took over for somebody else. And it was in the rabbit hutch? There was a dead animal in the rabbit hutch when I took over someone else's house. You know why? Because that person didn't give a fuck about their animal. They let their animal go outside and starve and be exposed to the elements and not give a crap. You know how many times I've lost my animal for running away? Never. You know why? Because I give a fuck about my animal. Some people don't, and so they let their dogs out and let them run around and hurt people and do stuff and get hurt themselves. But my animal has never been lost. You'll never see me post anything in any group about animals like, oh, my animal ran away and can someone go and find it? I mean, how the hell does that happen? Oh, my animal has all these issues. What's going on? My animal has this, my animal has that. So if you want to know someone who gives a crap about their animal, someone on the JJ mentality who's willing to take on their animal's life and keep it alive despite the environment. And those that are critical of me are starving their animals of nutrients, of sodium chloride, of fatty acids in milk. People have been misled by the medical holistic system. And not only are you starving, but so is your animal. And then you're willing to destroy your animal at any given moment in time if it doesn't perform the way you want, because it's an entertainment piece to you. It's not a sentient being. And that's the difference between Jilly Juice mentality is honoring life and being committed to keeping it alive, not destroying it because it doesn't meet to your standards. And those are the people that I don't want to deal with. Those are the people that don't care about themselves or their kids or their fucking animals. And I give a shit about my animal. If I had kids, I would give a shit about them. And I care about my husband, but he is his own sentient being. He'll make his own choices. I can't legislate morals onto him, but I'll tell you what, my animal's still alive. Are your animals still alive? Or how many animals that you guys have are under drugs, that have operations? Okay? So, anyways, there's Sugar, and she's at peace right now, and she's not dead. She's rested in peace, and she's alive. Those of you that are like, oh, my animal can't suffer, you're willing to destroy them at a moment's notice if you can, because you don't want to deal with it, because you're too stressed out. But not me. My animal and myself, we are symbiotic, and we respect the fuck out of each other, which is lacking out there on those who are not on the JJ mentality and who are critical of me. All right, bye.